Welcome to Kunzy Podcast English, your source of daily inspiration and personal growth. Have you ever wondered what makes some people unstoppable? What helps them stand strong and keep moving forward no matter what challenges come their way? In today's video, I'm going to reveal 10 golden rules that will make you unstoppable. Principles that not only change the way you think, but also transform you into the strongest version of yourself. Are you ready to break through all limits and step into an unstoppable journey of success? Let's get started. Have you ever wondered what makes the difference between successful people and those who struggle? Is it that they are smarter, naturally talented, or simply luckier? The truth is, it's none of those things. Success doesn't come from doing many different things haphazardly. It comes from focusing completely on one thing, repeating it over and over until it becomes an unbreakable, unstoppable habit. Imagine you're trying to learn a new skill, maybe playing the guitar, running every morning, or writing a book. At first, everything feels difficult. Your fingers fumble on the strings, your legs tire after just a few laps, and your mind stalls in front of a blank page. This is the toughest moment, when most people feel discouraged, want to give up, or look for ways to avoid the challenge. But here's the truth. True power doesn't come from initial excitement or fleeting inspiration. It comes from persistence, from continuing to act, no matter how hard it gets. When you keep repeating that action every day, even just a little, you are building a strong root of habit. That root will support you through every storm life throws at you. Habits aren't something you're born with, nor something that changes overnight or in a week. They're built day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute, through your unwavering actions. You might think this is boring, monotonous, or too small to make a difference, but it's not. Every small action you repeat daily is like a brick laid in the foundation of your solid success. The more you repeat it, the more automatic and natural it becomes, no longer requiring mental struggle or resistance. Look at the most successful people in the world. They aren't those who work insanely hard for a few days then stop, nor those who constantly change strategies. They are the ones who can repeat one simple action every day, consistently and persistently, and from that, build an unstoppable power. Steve Jobs once said, "Persistence is what makes the difference." And indeed, when you persist in action, you build a habit no one can break. The power of habit lies in reducing the pressure on your willpower and focus. Once an action becomes a habit, you no longer have to think so much about whether to do it, you just do it. This frees up mental energy so you can focus on what really matters: improving skills, creating, or planning your next step. You can think of habits like a trail in the forest. At first, the trail is barely visible, covered by grass and weeds. But each day you walk the trail, you clear away some of the grass, loosen the soil, making it more visible, wider, and easier to walk. After a while, that trail becomes a wide, sturdy path that helps you move faster and with less effort than ever before. That's the power of habit. The power of relentless repetition. But repeating doesn't mean you're working mechanically, without feeling or creativity. On the contrary, once an action becomes a habit, you have more space to refine, innovate, and develop your skill in your own unique way. You're not stuck in a meaningless loop. You're walking on a path with a clear, solid direction. One crucial factor in maintaining an unbreakable habit is your attitude toward failure and difficulty. You will have tired days, moments when motivation fades, and failures that discourage you. But it's precisely at those times you need to remind yourself that habits aren't built through perfection. They're built through unyielding persistence. No one succeeds without failing. No one reaches their destination without stumbling. The difference is successful people never quit. They get back up, keep walking, and start over if necessary. You might ask, how do I start building such a powerful habit? The answer is simple. Start with the smallest actions. Don't try to do too many things at once. Don't expect to change your whole life in a day. Choose one small, simple action you can do every day and do it consistently. For example, write a short paragraph daily, exercise for 10 minutes every morning, or read a chapter of a book each evening. When you do this, you will begin to see small but steady changes. This journey may be long and challenging, but it will lead you where you want to go, to an unbreakable habit, a stronger version of yourself. This is how success is built, not through giant leaps, but through small, steady steps, relentless, and never giving up. So, are you ready to begin? Remember, success is not a destination. It's a journey of persistence and habits built from the smallest actions each day. When you repeat an action enough times, it becomes a part of you, a power no one can take away. That habit will help you overcome every challenge, every difficulty, and move forward toward the bright future you've always dreamed of. Start now. Repeat your action. Every day a little, but never stop. And you will see the power of habit is an unstoppable power, always by your side, guiding you toward true success. Never negotiate with your weaknesses. Everyone has weaknesses. These are the parts of us that feel vulnerable, incomplete, or uncertain. But here's a crucial truth that many fail to realize. Weaknesses are not something to negotiate with or forgive. Never let your weaknesses be the reason you stop, step back, or make compromises with yourself. Many people think weaknesses are normal, a natural part of being human that must be accepted. They say, I'm weak here, but I'm strong there. They allow themselves to overlook their weaknesses and use them as excuses not to push further. But in reality, weaknesses are the silent barriers holding you back, slowing your progress. They're like invisible chains tying your feet, reducing your pace on the path towards success. If you let your weaknesses persist without confronting them, they will control you. They cause hesitation in decision-making, shake your confidence when facing challenges, and make you easily fall when difficulties arise. You cannot let your weaknesses bind you forever. Doing so means you are imprisoning yourself, unable to soar as high and as far as you wish. The only way to overcome this is to decisively eliminate your weaknesses. This doesn't mean you must be perfect or free from mistakes and flaws. It means you refuse to negotiate or make excuses for your weaknesses. You can't say, I'm tired today, so I'll let this weakness slide. Or, I failed this time, I'll overlook it for now. No. Every step back you take is a victory for your weaknesses and a refusal to grow. Eliminating weaknesses is never easy. It demands relentless determination and an unwavering attitude. You must face your most vulnerable parts head on, not avoid or run away from them. It's the moment to look in the mirror and ask yourself, which weakness is holding me back? What will I do to change it today? There is no room for hesitation or excuses. The world's most successful people share one key trait. They never negotiate with their weaknesses. When they identify a weakness, they pour resources, time, and passion into improving or eliminating it. They don't allow weaknesses to control their lives. Instead, They turn them into fuel for greater strength and growth. Removing weaknesses is a process, not a one-time fix. You may take a step forward today, then stumble tomorrow. But what matters is that you don't stop or compromise. Every stumble is a lesson, and every lesson is an opportunity to fight harder against your weaknesses. This is how you build mental resilience, unshakable strength. Remember, weaknesses are not just physical or skill-based limits. They also live in your mindset and emotions. You might lack patience or be afraid of challenges. You may struggle with communication or time management. Whatever your weaknesses are, you must resolve not to let them block your journey. Refusing to negotiate with your weaknesses also means setting strict boundaries for yourself. Don't allow negative thoughts, bad habits, or self-doubt to control you. When you feel weak, don't use it as an excuse to stop. Instead, turn it into energy to push harder and become stronger. Think about it. If you never confront your weaknesses, can you truly build lasting confidence? Can you truly grow if you keep living in your comfort zone, avoiding challenges? The answer is no. Only by being strict with yourself, only by refusing to negotiate with your weaknesses, can you go far and become the best version of yourself. Finally, see your weaknesses as opponents, challenges to conquer, not parts to tolerate or negotiate with. When you decisively eliminate your weaknesses, you lay a solid foundation for growth and success. That foundation will lead you to the life you've always dreamed of. Endure hardships in silence without complaining. Life is never easy. Each of us faces challenges that sometimes feel overwhelming, moments when the weight of pain, pressure, and difficulties seem unbearable. But there is an undeniable truth. Truly strong people never complain, never whine, or blame their circumstances. They don't need others to understand or pity them, nor do they seek sympathy or shared sorrow. Instead of voicing their struggles, they choose to endure in silence, a kind of endurance that is not weakness, but a quiet strength building within. When you look at successful people, you'll notice they don't always show strength openly. Sometimes they hide their pain and exhaustion behind a smile or a calm gaze. Enduring silently in the face of hardship does not mean indifference or resignation. It is their way of maintaining resilience and control over their spirit. When you do not complain, you do not allow pain to erode your mind. You preserve calmness to think clearly and find solutions rather than being swept away by negative emotions. Many people want sympathy when they face difficulties. They want someone to share their burden to ease the weight. That's not wrong, but it's not the choice of the strong. They know complaining does not help them move forward. It only slows their steps and traps them in excuses and blame. Silent endurance is also how they focus their energy on action and solutions. Instead of wasting time and effort on grievances, they devote their full concentration to their goals and plans. Difficulties become stepping stones, sources of motivation to push further and grow stronger. Pain and fatigue are unavoidable on the road to success. But the way you face that pain determines how far you'll go. Persistent people choose to endure silently without complaining because they understand that patience and perseverance are more valuable than any complaint. They also do not wait for rescue or favors. They stand up for themselves and take full responsibility for their lives. Silence is their way of nurturing inner strength, self-control, and unwavering determination. When everything around is chaotic, that calm silence helps them hold on to their faith and direction. You can see great leaders, silent heroes, who tirelessly strive every day share one trait. They don't let difficulties defeat them through complaints. They face and overcome challenges silently. And that makes the difference between those who succeed and those who remain dreamers. Silence is not weakness. It is power. It is a symbol of resilience, endurance, and determination. Learn to endure in silence and without complaint, because that is the path to lasting success. Shut up and grind. Work hard silently and relentlessly. Success never comes from empty words or flashy plans drawn on paper. Success is the result of relentless action, continuous steps forward, even when you are tired, discouraged, or facing obstacles. You can say thousands of inspirational quotes. You can create the most detailed plans. But if you don't start working and keep your persistence day by day, it's all just illusions. Shut up and grind. A simple phrase packed with tremendous power embodies the spirit of pushing forward quietly, regardless of who notices or acknowledges it. There will be moments when you feel exhausted, ready to give up, overwhelmed by boredom or repeated failures. But it is exactly at those times that silence and hard, persistent work are the keys to opening the door of success. You don't need to announce your efforts or struggles. Your silent daily actions will be the clearest proof of your determination and uniqueness. Silence in the process of working doesn't mean you lack ambition or goals. On the contrary, it's how you protect your energy, avoid distractions, and stay away from unnecessary chatter. You focus entirely on your work, on the greater goal you have set for yourself. Sometimes success doesn't need to be loud or flashy. It comes from the quiet, day-by-day persistence, from the hours you tirelessly work when no one is watching or applauding. That silent perseverance will turn dreams and goals into reality. If you ask the most successful people, they will share stories of years of hard work that no one knew about. Moments when it seemed impossible to continue, but they still persisted. Shut up and grind is not just a slogan, it's a way of life. An attitude for those who want to overcome their fate and achieve their dreams. Imagine climbing a high mountain, not always lit by bright lights, with no one cheering from below. But you still have to keep stepping, step by step, silently and patiently, until you reach the summit and realize the value of your efforts. And when you succeed, there's no need to boast or demand recognition. The results will speak for themselves, shine brightly, and earn the respect of others. Let shut up and grind become your life motto. Don't let words, waiting, or outside recognition distract you. Work silently, move forward quietly, and persist to the end. That is the shortest path to lasting success. Break every excuse before it breaks you. On the journey to success, there is an invisible yet deadly enemy lurking everywhere: excuses. These seemingly small and harmless excuses have the power to pull you backward, slow your progress, and even destroy the grand dreams you are working so hard to build. Think about it. Just one time you tell yourself, "I'm not ready yet. I'll start tomorrow. I'm not good enough." Or, "Failing this time won't matter." Instantly, you've given your excuse a chance to weaken your willpower and dilute your determination. From that moment, days of procrastination stretch on, goals get forgotten, and dreams slowly fade away on the path you are walking. Excuses are the number one enemy of success because they convince you that quitting, delaying, or settling for the status quo is the easier, more reasonable, and safer choice. But in reality, they are traitors, stealing your inner strength and iron will that you once had. They are cunning traps that only the alert and mindful can recognize and break. You must understand that every excuse is like a stone placed on your path forward. One small stone might not stop you, but a pile of little excuses accumulating over time will become a wall blocking your success. So, to conquer your dreams, the first thing you must do is recognize every excuse and courageously destroy them as soon as they start to appear. Don't let negative thoughts like, I'm not talented enough, I don't have time, I have too many other responsibilities, or I'm afraid to fail become obstacles. Turn these excuses into motivation to conquer yourself, to become stronger and more resilient every single day. In truth, success does not belong to those who find reasons to back down. It belongs to those who dare to face their weaknesses, confront harsh truths, and refuse to step back just because of a tiny excuse. Never forget, life will not wait for you to prepare or find reasons. Time moves relentlessly, and the most successful people are those who seize every second, every smallest opportunity to move forward. Excuses only steal those precious moments, robbing you of the untapped power that you might not have realized yet. Start by writing down every excuse you've ever used, big or small. Then, one by one, analyze if they really make sense and replace them with positive, powerful statements like, I can do this, I will start right now, failure is a valuable lesson, or I deserve success. Remember, breaking every excuse isn't easy. It demands persistence, courage, and above all, no mercy on yourself when you start slipping into justification. But as long as you hold on to that determination, success will no longer be far away. Finally, always remind yourself, every excuse can be defeated, as long as you never let it have the power to destroy your dreams and your future. Be the winner, the leader of your own game. Don't let excuses stop you from reaching the most amazing things life has to offer. Believe in yourself when no one else does. Life can be harsh, and the path you choose won't always receive the support you desire. There will be moments when you feel utterly alone, isolated in your thoughts, with every pair of eyes doubting you, every word dismissing your worth. Even those closest to you may not understand or believe in your abilities or dreams. But here's the truth. It is precisely in these moments, when no one else believes in you, that you must believe in yourself more than ever. Belief in yourself is absolute power, the strongest fuel driving you forward, even when the world turns its back. It's a silent companion, a warm flame in the cold days of disappointment and trials. By holding firmly to your belief, you are not just protecting your dreams. You are building an unbreakable fortress against every negative opinion, every criticism, and every doubt. This steadfast belief is your invisible weapon to overcome all barriers. Whenever someone underestimates or rejects you, remember, it is a challenge meant to prove your true worth. When you feel like giving up, your belief will lift you up, pushing you to keep walking even when your legs ache and your spirit weakens. Imagine yourself as a warrior on a long journey, crossing harsh lands where no one understands or walks beside you. Your belief is the only compass that keeps you on course. Not everything you do will be immediately recognized by others, but when you persist with that belief, success will come. Not today, not tomorrow, but it will come for sure. You'll be amazed to discover that when you stop doubting yourself and stop letting others' voices control you, you find the greatest inner strength, a strength no one can take away. That's when you become a leader, a difference maker, a miracle maker. Wherever you stand today, remember everything begins with belief in yourself. Be brave to hold it, protect it, nurture it every single day. Because it's not just belief, it's courage. It's the armor that will help you conquer every dream and summit. When it comes to iron will and resilience, no one exemplifies it better than the Navy SEALs, warriors trained under the harshest conditions on Earth. They are not only physically strong, but possess an indomitable spirit that refuses to yield to adversity. No matter the pain or exhaustion, they persist with unwavering determination. The Navy SEALs stand as living proof of the power of relentless discipline and unyielding resolve. The stories of famous figures like Tom Hardy, Conor McGregor, and Walt Disney also serve as powerful inspiration for us all. Tom Hardy, the world-renowned actor, went through tough times, facing doubts about his talents and future. But he never gave up on his passion and goals, steadily rising to become a shining star in the cinematic world. Conor McGregor, the relentless boxing and MMA fighter, faced countless failures and criticisms before becoming a legendary athlete. His perseverance and unshakable belief transformed him from an ordinary young man into a true legend. Walt Disney, the founder of a global entertainment empire, was once fired, rejected, and confronted with many career setbacks. Yet, he never quit. It was his steadfast will and firm belief in himself that helped him build an immortal brand, inspiring millions around the world. These examples are not just personal stories, but symbols of the principles of discipline, perseverance, and indomitable spirit. They remind us that success does not come from luck, but from persistence, determination, and unwavering commitment to overcoming every obstacle. Look to them, learn from them, and let their stories fuel your strength to keep moving forward on your own journey, no matter how many difficulties and challenges lie ahead. Life lessons from inspirational stories. Life is never easy, and the path to success is never lined with roses. The stories of Navy SEALs, Tom Hardy, Conor McGregor, and Walt Disney reveal a simple but profound truth. No success comes without unwavering perseverance, discipline, and an unshakable belief in yourself. Every challenge and failure they faced was a building block, strengthening their spirit and determination. They didn't wait for perfect conditions, didn't make excuses, and never sought sympathy. Instead, they silently and persistently pushed forward, step by step, overcoming every obstacle. It is those very moments of hardship that forge them into extraordinary individuals. You are no different. Life will challenge you in ways you never expected. But never forget that the true power lies within you, in your choice to stand up, to keep moving forward even when exhausted, in your ability to hold on to your faith when no one else believes in you. Every day you battle with yourself is a day you grow closer to becoming the best version of yourself. Turn your excuses, doubts, and fears into fuel for your journey. Repeat positive actions until they become unbreakable habits. Learn to endure silently and work tirelessly, because it is this quiet perseverance that will create your breakthrough success. The journey is not always easy, but if you stay strong and keep striving, success will no longer be a distant dream. It will be within your reach. If you found this podcast inspiring and motivating, don't hesitate to like, share, and subscribe to the channel today so you won't miss any valuable content that fuels your personal growth journey. Every like and share is a huge encouragement that helps me keep producing lessons, stories, and strategies to help you overcome challenges and move closer to your goals. Feel free to leave a comment below to share your thoughts, stories, or struggles. You're not alone, you moan, and I'd love to hear from you and support you through it. Remember, personal development is a long journey, but you don't have to walk it alone. I'll be here, walking alongside you through every step, every difficulty, every challenge. So don't hesitate. Hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to get the latest videos. Let belief and determination guide your way, and together, we will create the most amazing things in life.